Hey guys, welcome back to Pretentious Pundits, a podcast where we discuss all things football and pretend to know what we're talking about. And this is a relatively new segment on our podcast. Today we're going to be discussing the Champions League fixtures.
Yay,
Yay!
let's go.
And yeah, can I say UCL is back
You
and one of the most premier European competitions on this planet, one of the most premier football competitions on this planet. And what a brilliant start to the first group stage match it has been.
lots of
We're just
shopping.
going to be talking about a few teams, not all the teams, just a few teams who are who might make it to the round of 16 or are touted to do relatively well in their group. Starting off with Dynamo Kiev versus Juventus. Brilliant game.
Morata.
I'm so upset that Yasser isn't here for this episode.
Uh,
The man has practically started a religion on Alvaro Morata, and well, what can I say?
No, don't say that.
Just when no, just when people thought Alvaro Morata's career couldn't go anywhere else, like couldn't progress further than this, he's back to his club. He's back to his former club, Juventus, and he started off with a brace in the Champions League,
yeah,
filling in perfectly for Ronaldo, who was missing because
perfect.
of the positive. He tested positive for COVID. Get well soon, CR7. We hope to see you in action
Spoiler,
against
guys.
Barca.
He's there for the Barca game. Yeah,
Oh,
spoil. Yeah,
that's really upsetting. Regardless, I feel like a fun game to watch, and Juventus pretty much there was no doubt that they were going to lose that.
yeah.
Despite missing Ronaldo and despite having sold Douglas Costa over the season.
No, the good thing about Pirlo is I've been following the Juventus team quite lately. So Pirlo has given chances to a lot of youth team players
Yeah,
who haven't played last year and who were part of the first team. He's gone with Conte's system. He's so obsessed with Conte. He's playing like almost the same football, but the choice of players he has, the depth he has in his squad, even without Ronaldo, they're doing brilliantly in the league and in the Champions League. They started off brilliantly, and hats off to him.
And if you look
I'm
at the team,
expecting big.
they sent out against Dynamo, it wasn't even the strongest
yeah, a lot
team.
of
They
young
used
Yes,
a lot of
stars in the name of
youngsters.
Keisa,
Yeah.
Federico Keisa, and
Oh, he's mad. He played.
Bentancur, and also I don't know how you say this man's name.
Kulusevski started along with Morata, I
Kulusevski.
guess.
Yeah, my bad.
Kulusevski. Yeah.
Kulusevski. Brilliant game, I guess. And I guess that's pretty much the dream start we expected from Juventus.
For
Nobody
Juventus.
expected Juventus to lose. And Dynamo Kiev have been one of the most familiar faces in Champions League of late over the
Yeah.
couple of, since the for the past couple of seasons. They've been regulars in Champions League, and I feel like there is nothing much you can do when you face a Juventus side. But yeah, a good start. Good start for Juventus. Dynamo Kiev again. I don't see them making it past the group stage. But swiftly moving on, Chelsea Sevilla
Oh,
0-0. I mean, I was kind of expecting goals. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
expected a lot of goals.
Yeah, I expected a lot of
Especially
goals.
after how Chelsea played against who did they play against? I completely forgot. Southampton.
Southampton.
Werner scored 2 goals. I expected something.
Yeah,
And it was like more of battle of the defenses, and
exactly.
especially towards the final few minutes of the game, when both of them were pushing each other, but neither could find the breakthrough in the match.
And I feel like Chelsea started one of the best possible squads.
Yeah,
So there is no excuse that they missed a few key players because they started their best squad, one of the best possible squad. Havertz started, Werner started, Mount, Pulisic, all of them who played against Southampton
yeah.
pretty much started here as well. Most of them, with the exception of Thiago Silva.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
Thiago Silva played, and yeah, good to see Mendy back in goal,
Yeah.
I guess.
I think that's a very good bonus for Chelsea.
Yeah, and Sevilla as well, featuring a very very strong side.
Strong team.
Yeah, and I guess they were missing a few key players, and yeah, it's pretty much like a boring fixture, if I can say that. 0-0. I
Dead
expected a
rubber.
few goals. Yeah, I expected a few goals, to be honest. I was kind
I
of let down.
expected them to.
The fixture
And
which raised our eyebrows. Let's get to it.
Lazio Dortmund. Yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of Borussia Dortmund and Lazio, I mean, Dortmund, you realistically need to do much, much better than this if
With
you
the team
have
they have.
any hopes. Exactly. It's
They,
not like that. Again, hats off to Lazio. Brilliantly performed. Like, they performed brilliantly against Dortmund. And uh,
Yeah.
to play against that caliber of team and come up with such a great result at home is always a challenge, and they still did, which is great.
I feel like Dortmund have struggled in the Premier League. I mean, in the Champions League ever since Jurgen Klopp left Dortmund.
Exactly, that's my whole point.
Ever since he left Dortmund, they've been really out of sorts in the Champions League.
Yes,
And
I completely agree with you.
yeah, I feel like the constant search for a better manager, for a good manager to handle this side, it's been a struggle, and you've seen it's not worked out. It's not worked out. I mean, they've bottled league. They've bottled their league position.
A lead in the league, yeah.
Their lead in the league, they've bottled. Their performance in Champions League has been good. It was good last season, but never got them anywhere really.
Yeah.
And again, a pretty poor start for Dortmund, but a brilliant start for Lazio, and I'm really excited to see if they do well in Champions League because their Serie A form doesn't seem to be picking up.
It's horrible. They're 15th, yeah.
Yeah, and quickly moving on, talking about Barcelona versus. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce this. Ferencváros. Ferencváros.
Hey,
Got it.
Ferencváros.
Oh my bad. Ferencváros.
What is this team? I've never
Don't even
heard
know
of
where this team is
right?
from. Ferencváros.
They're from. Okay, I have no clue where they're from.
Where is
Hungary.
OTP?
They have a lot of Hungary players, so they're probably from Hungary.
Yeah, and
Yeah, they're actually from Hungary.
they are.
They have Adam Bogdan in their team.
The flop.
Yeah, the Liverpool flop.
And
Okay, anyways,
Jesus
about
Christ.
this game was mad. I mean, Barcelona just dominated. There's nothing more to say. They just dominated.
Ansu Fati,
I mean,
Jesus
the
Christ.
chances.
Ansu Fati, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that
What a
Scored, assisted Philip Coutinho of all people. Philip Coutinho got onto the score sheet. Gerard Piqué got sent off. Messi scored a penalty. I mean, oh my god. I think Pedri, one of the other young players,
yeah.
he scored as well.
yeah.
He scored as well. And Ousmane Dembele scored one. I mean,
He
good for
one.
he assisted one and scored one. He
Yeah.
assisted one and scored one towards the end. And
Yeah.
if you're 11 men down and you're still scoring like 2-3 goals after that, it just goes to show how much you've dominated the game. And
And it's a good start. I mean, it's a good win for them after the bad week they had in the league. They lost 1-0, I think.
exactly, Ansu Fati goal and assist, Leo Messi goal and assist, Ousmane Dembele goal and assist, Philip Coutinho goal.
And Trincau's performance was worth to be noted.
Yeah,
He's playing brilliant.
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much all that can be said because, I mean, what are you supposed moving on to the next fixture, a very happy United fan down there. PSG 1, Manchester United 2. Another victory for Man United at Parc des Princes. This is
And
the
that
second season
combination
running.
of Pogba and Rashford. I mean, what is happening?
Brilliant.
Mad. What
Brilliant.
beautiful play.
Brilliant. And to do that, I mean, Rashford didn't start the game if I'm not wrong. He
Came on as a sub.
came on as a sub. Came on as a sub and did that. It's brilliant. And Van Bissaka pretty much pocketed everyone.
Oh,
Pocketed
mad, yeah.
Neymar, pocketed
Neymar, Mbappe, everyone, yeah.
The man's just.
I mean, I don't have to talk about this. You can see these both players. These two guys are so happy.
I am impressed. I'm
impressed.
legit
Yeah, we're not happy.
Yeah,
but
we're not happy or anything. Like, we're just impressed at this point.
Yeah.
We're like
That too against PSG at home. Against,
twice.
I mean, like,
This is
PSG.
the
Yeah,
second season. This is the second time they've done this
yeah.
in 2 seasons.
I mean, the first time was we got very lucky and it was like a very scrappy game, but
Very
this
scrappy.
time we actually dominated them.
Yeah.
And
And
I
it
guess
was-
this is what Manu is. This is
Yes.
the real Manu.
This is the Manu we want to watch, but then again next week we'll play against some lower
club, yeah.
half club and then we lose, or then we draw. But anyways, I'm happy for this game and we played brilliantly. A lot of especially Marcus Rashford, finally he's stepping up and he's taking
Yeah.
he's scoring goals, he's giving assists, and he's making a good impact in the final third. His presence is like, it's dangerous. Every time he gets in the final third, it's like he can shoot from anywhere. So it's other teams have to like be scared and they have to like mark him out of the game.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
I don't know the moment I saw the lineup, I was like, oh shit, not again 5-3-2.
But
I
it
was
worked.
like, yeah, but it worked. Apparently, it worked. Yes.
Van Bissaka, I guess, is the highlight of the day. Not Marcus Rashford, not Paul Pogba, but Van Bissaka.
Van
Van
Bissaka.
Bissaka, Mbappe was like he was invisible. Even though he got one or two chances, David De Gea and Van Bissaka, two of the players who played brilliantly.
Yeah.
And I feel like
And
David De
David De
Gea proved
Gea,
his haters wrong.
for a fact that he's had a lot of competition
Hmm.
and loss of form in last season, especially. You guys saw it was so
Yeah.
clear, it was so evident
He's
that
proved his
he
haters wrong
used
this game.
Yeah.
yes. He proved his haters wrong, and he's making a statement that he's Man United's number one for.
Yeah.
He's going to be Man United's number one for a really long time. So Dean Henderson has like a proper competition now. He has to
Yeah.
prove that if he can, take this position. But he still has a lot of time.
Yeah.
But De Gea also is doing well.
Looking solid after
So
this
let's see.
game. And I guess a brilliant result for Man United on opening day, but a poor one for PSG, one to reflect upon and learn from. Swiftly moving on, the RB Leipzig versus Istanbul Başakşehir. And Angelino, the Man City, former Man City player, Jesus Christ, popping off his two
Two
goals,
goals.
playing left mid, by the way, playing left mid this game. Not left back, left mid.
But
And
he can play there. He's quite
yeah,
versatile.
they were playing
The
a what?
movement,
4-1-4-1?
yeah.
Hmm.
4-1-4-1 formation, and my god, to win 2-0 against Istanbul Başakşehir, I mean, not a lot of players give not a lot of people give
Give
Turkish
credit
clubs
to that
enough
team.
credit,
Yeah.
but to beat a Turkish club is really hard for some
It's
reason.
very hard.
They are also really physical. They play
Yeah.
really physical.
And one more thing, people like they don't talk about Leipzig is the way they have coped up without
Losing Timo Werner.
Timo Werner.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Sitting
They
top
are
of
on
Bundesliga
top
if
of
I'm
the
not wrong.
table.
Bundesliga also, are they were they on
They're on
top
top.
at some
They're
point?
on
They are on top.
They're on
Yeah, they're
top
on
right
top in
now.
Bundesliga. Yeah, see, brilliant. My god, what a fantastic start.
Yeah.
And I guess
And their scouting was also like done brilliantly. They sold
yeah,
Lookman and they got in Justin Kluivert. They got in Sorloth, who was the top scorer who was one of the top scorers in Turkish league, I guess, last
yeah,
season.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. So
nice signings.
I feel like RB Leipzig could make the round of 16 fairly
They can.
easily.
They
They
can. They
can.
can.
This is
Yeah.
perhaps one of the best chances they've had because their form is so brilliant since the beginning of the season. And speaking of the next fixture, what a shocker
Oh,
for Madrid!
horrible.
What a shocker for Real Madrid. I mean, both
It
the Madrid clubs
shows
have
how
suffered
important
defeats. Yeah,
Sergio Ramos is.
Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
I
Without
think
him,
it's
and
positive.
last season we got to see that against Man
Yeah,
City,
against Man
the
City,
way the way they defended, it was so
shambolic,
evident that without
shambolic.
Sergio Ramos they can't do anything. A
Exactly.
lot of people don't give credit to Pepe, like how Pepe and Sergio Ramos were for Real Madrid. It was
Yeah,
one mad combination. But
yeah.
Pepe doesn't get a lot of credit, and they haven't Varane is a really good defender when he's
Something's off
alongside
with the man.
Ramos,
Yeah, something's off with the man. He's
but
just doesn't feel like comfortable with Eder
yeah,
Militao.
he doesn't take up the mantle, and he's like not the
Yeah,
leader. When he's
yeah,
given the responsibility, he doesn't quite take it.
yeah.
He makes mistakes and he fails to mark. And to lose to someone like Shakhtar, it's
But
it's
no,
pathetic.
can't take any
Two
credit
shockers.
from Shakhtar.
They lost in La Liga against a newly promoted side 1-0, and
Yeah.
then they lost to
They did.
Shakhtar. So two losses, and Zidane has to work on this. He has
Yeah.
to come up with some solution.
But
He has to do
nothing
something
taken away from Shakhtar's game. They played brilliantly.
Amazing.
brilliant.
Capitalized
Yeah.
capitalized on counter attacks. Played really, really well. And Real Madrid almost got into it towards the end. What fantastic goals
Their
from
last goal
Vinicius
was
and
out,
Modric.
no? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only positive they can take from the game.
Yeah.
Those two goals that they brought back.
And the equalizer, the late equalizer from Federico Valverde that was
Yeah,
chopped off by
ruled
VAR.
out. Yeah,
Rightly so, rightly so. He was clearly
yeah,
obstructing the
he
keeper's view
was. Yeah,
from an offside position, and that's something you cannot do, and therefore the goal being disallowed. And yeah, I guess it's time for Madrid to figure out that this is the season where Barca are going through a lot of internal turmoil, so it's their time to shine.
They have to capitalize on
They
this.
have to capitalize on this. Come on, you have to. And you cannot do that if you start off like this. And I feel really bad because Sergio Ramos, as you know, is the lifeblood of that defense and of that Real Madrid team. And without him, they look lackluster. Marcelo completely washed up. The
Yeah.
man's lost his attacking output completely. Defense, he doesn't come back
That
on
is just
defense.
because he was so used to playing with Ronaldo on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
left. They had such a beautiful combination, but then since Ronaldo left, he's just not got that attacking mentality. It's all
And the age also speaks for itself. I mean,
it
he's been
does.
He's
performing
aging,
for
yeah. He's been performing for the last decade. He's been
Yeah,
performing really
man.
brilliantly for the
Can't
last
take
decade.
anything away from what he.
what a replacement for Roberto Carlos, and hopefully Ferland Mendy is a good replacement for him as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
You can see that if he doesn't play this season or maximum next season,
Yeah.
after that he's going to Real Madrid. It's
Speaking of which,
pretty much evident.
Speaking of which, Forlan Wendy started on the right back position. Danny Carvajal out because of injury again, and
Yeah.
Real Madrid. You could clearly see that defense wasn't as strong as it would have been with Carvajal and Sergio Ramos. But yeah, I feel like nothing lost. It's just the opening game day for Real Madrid, at least for
That's
for a
fine.
side with their quality. It's easy
Yeah.
for them to bounce back. I can clearly see them making round of 16. It's not a difficult.
Not hard.
Yeah, it's not a difficult job at all. They can just bounce back, and they probably will. Moving on, Bayern thrashing Atletico Madrid, the other team from Madrid, also being beaten in the opening day by
I'm just
Bayern.
laughing because Suarez is. I feel so sad for him.
12, 12,
12.
damn sad.
Sad.
I mean, there's not much you can say because Bayern are, as you've clearly seen,
Stop them. Who will stop that club? I don't know who is going to stop that club.
Apparently, they lost in Bundesliga 4-1.
yeah, to
If you guys,
Schalke.
But then in the
right?
Champions, yeah.
I think to Hoffenheim or
Hoffenheim
Schalke,
or
I don't
Schalke?
remember.
I think Schalke.
But I think it's just mad. That club, no one can stop them. They're just scoring goals like crazy. And they are the Champions League current champions. So, I mean,
Hoffenheim,
Hoffenheim 4-1, yeah. Mad.
Hoffenheim, my bad. Hoffenheim. But yeah, that goes to show that it's a lot of trouble to play against a side like Bayern Munich, especially
Bayern.
with the pace they've got. Nabri injured, but they have Coman.
Coman,
Coman is
Kotu.
Coman, and then you have players like Robert Lewandowski with that deadly finishing. You have
Oh.
players like Leon Goretzka who completely bosses around the midfield with his physicality. You have Joshua Kimmich, one of the most clever players in that
Clever
team,
guys, yeah.
and you have players like Alfonso Davies ripping apart defenses with that pace.
Oh,
I
he's
mean,
too good. He's too
yeah,
good.
how do
Coming
you
up.
stop them? I think the last team to beat Bayern in Champions League was
Liverpool.
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 It knocked
I'll
them
say
out
that
in the
very
round of
proud.
16.
I'll say that very proudly that it was us.
It was us. It was us. But yeah, poor result for Atletico Madrid, and I mean, there's nothing much you can do against a side like Bayern. So, I mean, I thought Bayern would win, but I just didn't anticipate them to win by this much.
4-0, yeah, I was mad.
And Inter versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. I mean,
Unlucky. Inter were very unlucky.
very unlucky. But I feel like Gladbach showed immense spirit to draw with
Yeah.
Inter at their home, and it's never easy to play against Inter, especially because now that Lukaku has settled into that squad, and they have players of brilliant quality as well. Inter is one of those teams that you should always be afraid of when you're coming up against.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. And this time, Serie A competition is intense because
very intense.
Look.
Pirlo is a new manager, so Juventus won't be the same.
Yeah.
Now he's start, but we don't know what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
So teams like Inter Milan, teams like Atlanta, AC Milan, for a fact, they are leading. They're leading in the league. Finally, they're
Happy to
the
see
best team after
Really?
lockdown.
What
Yeah.
has he done with this squad?
Yeah.
They are the best team after lockdown, and I am so happy because I've been following AC Milan for quite some time, for a lot of years actually.
Mm-hmm.
Other than Man United, they are my favorite team in Serie A, so I'm very happy for them. And Zlatan Ibrahimovic,
Bro,
what a
does
guy!
age even matter to that guy?
I don't think so.
It's just mad.
Exactly.
I don't think.
What a
We don't want to retire.
Yeah.
Like we are so used to
I don't
players
He
like
walks the talk. People might say he talks a lot, but he walks the talk.
he walks it. Yeah.
exactly.
He does what he says he will do, and he shows up. With he pops up with that important goals when it's needed the most.
Yeah.
And yeah, quickly moving on to Manchester City versus Porto. I mean, it's pretty much expected. Manchester City are supposed to win, regardless of how many injuries you have. I feel like it's an easy win when you play against when you play against
Porto.
especially with the caliber of players Manchester City have got in their squad. And it's clear to see that they dominated the game as well. I mean, obviously, in a Pep Guardiola side, possession is always going to be dominated by City. Sterling and Mahrez and Bernardo Silva are quite fast themselves. I don't see a lot of people giving them enough credit, but Kyle Walker, pretty fast.
Oh,
Wow,
he's
Cancelo sold those defenders' dreams.
yeah.
He legit destroyed those defenders. I saw this clip of him dribbling past a few Porto defenders. I mean, god damn, man. Like, it was brilliant to watch that. And obviously, Sergio Aguero back in the side, back with a goal. It's probably one of his dream starts,
Yeah.
after coming back from injury. Unluckily, he couldn't score against, Arsenal, but he was just back from injury. But he's back to scoring now, and hopefully it gets better. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this game. Ajax versus Liverpool being the next game we would like to talk about. I was honestly not expecting Liverpool to win after I saw the injury list and the squad being put out.
Yeah.
I saw Curtis Jones starting, and I was like, regardless of how good a talent he is, starting against a team like Ajax away from home at the Johan Cruyff Arena, I mean, it's a bit of a questionable choice. But as we saw, got subbed off at halftime by Jordan Henderson. He got subbed off for Jordan Henderson. But regardless, Tagliafico had a horrendous game.
Yeah.
Scored one own goal, nearly gave away another, nearly scored another
Yeah.
own goal.
Yeah.
Nearly scored another own goal, but luckily did. Liverpool's defense, Fabinho marshaled an expertly the goal line clearance. Adrian and Joe Gomez had a bit of a miscommunication in the beginning, but I guess that was sorted out later. Joe Gomez played well. Mohamed Salah played well.
In the previous episode, in our previous episode, I said that I wanted to talk about Adrian, and his reflexes seem to be so off and so slow.
Yeah.
He
just doesn't
reacts really slow to any shot taken. After the ball passes him, he jumps, or like it's just bad. But he did make a few good saves
He
against
made
Ajax.
brilliant saves. He came for those. He came to claim those balls. He claimed those high balls into the
I think we
penalty
would have won by more. I think Onana missed a clearance on Fabinho's header. It was just slightly off target.
Yeah,
I think
and I think who was it? Salah was it or Mane? No, wait,
I-
Jota.
Jota.
Diego
Yeah.
Jota. Sorry, at this point, I think the front three was subbed off after halftime.
Yeah, they were.
And
They were.
Diego Jota almost scored another
You know,
one.
and Shaqiri came on.
Yeah, Shaqiri almost scored one. Minamino almost scored one. None of them resulted in goals, but I
It
guess
was a really good goal. I mean, really good
yeah,
match.
it is what it is, but I feel like Liverpool deservedly the winners. Performed well for the number of injuries they had. An Ajax, bit of a concern. Need to figure things out again. Lost a few key players this season, namely Ziyech and Van de Beek. But I guess that's the name of the game when you're producing fresh talent every season that is being snapped up by the
One
top
of the
European
best
clubs.
football academies in the world.
Yeah, right up there with La Masia and all those academies.
Yeah.
And speaking of the final game, Atlanta beating, I don't even know how you pronounce this name.
Midtjylland.
Midtjylland.
Midtjylland gave Manchester United a scare some time back.
Oh my God! But everyone talks about Marcus Rashford in that game, but that game was bossed by my man Memphis Depay. Yes, that was Marcus Rashford's debut. The second leg we won 5-1 or something.
Mad.
But Memphis Depay was the main man.
Yeah.
He belted everyone.
Alright, yeah, let's do
Anyway,
this. Yeah, let's do
yes.
this. Anyways, Midtjylland versus Atlanta ending in a 4-0 victory for Atlanta.
Yeah.
Who would have seen that coming? We did.
We did. Yeah, we did.
Every football fan did. Atlanta have been putting up these ridiculous score lines for the last few seasons. 4-0, 5-0, 3-0. I mean, what is going on at that club? It's like all of a sudden nobody knew who Atlanta was a few seasons back. Like relatively nobody gave nobody
All
was
credit
concerned.
to Gasparini. He's done a brilliant job.
Brilliant job.
Over the past 3 seasons.
I mean,
They
they
have,
have
like,
a few
complete-
talismanic players as well.
Malinowski is a real.
They are not
Alejandro
not
Gomez.
that young. Ilicic is 30 plus, Gomez is 30 plus. And then they're all, he just took in some nice, talented, okayish players and just turned them into a brilliant team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And players like Luis Muriel and Duan
Juan
Zapata, they are
Zapata. They
having
have
a
two good
great form.
strikers as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Hatebo.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just goes to show that, you know, clubs like Midtjylland and Dynamo Kiev don't really stand a chance when you play against the European elite. It's
Mm.
just,
Yes.
you know, it's a tough competition. For them, it's like if they make it past a group stage, it's a big thing.
It's great. Yeah.
And but yeah, I feel like most of us saw the scoreline coming because Atlanta clearly having the, you know, having one of the best forms in Europe over the last 2 seasons, and yeah, pretty much showed in the game. And yeah, I feel like that pretty much covers every single fixture of the teams that we think might make it into the round of 16. Please let us know down in the comments if you wanted us to discuss any other fixture or what your opinions are on the opening game
On
day.
a side note, Marseille lost to Olympiacos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it's just one of those fixtures.
They
It
talk a
happens.
lot. Marseille talk a lot, and they get what they deserve.
They get smacked by the Greek champions. What is it? Olympiacos have won 40 league titles.
I don't know.
Nah, not
Teams
40.
like
Maybe
this,
not 40. So
Olympiacos,
30 plus.
Celtic, and
40?
all.
40?
They've won
Mad.
30 plus. They've won
That's
30 plus
mad.
league titles. Olympiacos.
Yeah.
And regardless, I guess that's a good note to end the first ever episode on. I am so sorry if we all seem to be yawning or feeling sleepy. It's
It's
pretty late
12:30.
in the night, yeah. And we just had to get this done because we need to put out new content.
Yeah.
Promise you better content coming up. Regardless, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please make sure to share this video with your friends. It helps us a lot. This is gonna go up on IGTV, so please share it on your stories. Also, drop a like on this video, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned, guys.
Take care, guys.
Bye bye.
See you.